Welcome to BS Session 146. There's a new fragrance in town, proven to remove gunk, grime, and that mysterious stain you swear wasn't there yesterday.
Because I have a shotgun and rifle that I use for, and 22 gauge that I use for ptarmigan, moose, and black bear.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You're listening to your weekly dose of BS, Ballistically Speaking. The Ballistically Speaking Podcast.
If I had $1 every time I had that thought. That stain wasn't there yesterday, was it?
When you work in camp like that, you just put it out of your mind.
You put a lot of things out of your mind for sure.
You just turn that part of your brain off.
How's it going tonight, fellas?
Not
here.
bad.
We're going to
Just
learn
dusted
something
off
on
some
I'm sure.
fresh barbecued burger, so life's pretty good. Life's pretty good.
A real burger, right?
A real
Not that
burger, yeah.
beyond, yeah.
None of that processed dog food shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You. Yeah. No, don't swear
That's
on the first
exactly what
5
I
minutes.
had was processed dog food.
That's probably better for you than the Beyond Burger, let's be real.
Oh, yeah. But Bill said... All right. Should we get right into this?
Yeah, let's pay some bills.
Let's get rocking.
All right, BS Session 146 brought to you tonight, as always, by Callsign 66, Canada's best rifle training. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Book a course now at callsign66.ca and follow them on Instagram at callsign66 and on Facebook at C/S66.
And we're brought to you by Ripstone Gunsmithing. Craftsmanship done right. Contact Oscar at ripstonegunsmithing.ca and breathe life back into any firearm. Check out Oscar's book now. It's been out for a while, but we still want to plug it. Rust Bluing in the 21st Century, and you can find that on Amazon.
And a little shout out to Oscar. I sent him a old 22 barrel to be relined. So if you got that old restoration project, he's your guy. The thing was like basically smooth bore. Let's just put it that way.
A shotgun barrel.
A 22 LR shotgun shell. And we are also brought to you by March Scopes Canada. The Dion optical design line of rifle scopes has a scope for all of your hunting and shooting needs. Find Doug and Niza at marchscopes.ca. And if you want to own a piece of BS podcast history, now's your chance. We've got a terrific deal on a March FX 5-42 by 56 Highmaster wide-angle tactical. It's got the illuminated reticle, lock and turrets, and this thing has a little bit of history with us. It's pretty much almost new. Some faint ring marks and a little scuff on a turret edge here and there. But other than that, it is pretty mint. It's got the mill reticle, the FML MT tree, and this would normally run you about 53 Robert Bordens or about $5,300, but it can be yours for $4,600 simply because we let Chris touch it.
Please be sensitive toward with your nomenclature toward our American guest here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what the hell is a Robert Borden?
They got Benjamins. We have somebody much less famous.
Yes. Either way, it's worth less anyways. So.
All right. EM Precision Rifles is with us as well as they have been since day one, our very first sponsor on this podcast. In Vegreville, Alberta, building Canada's finest precision rifles. Find Shane and Steve on Facebook, Instagram, and on their website at emprifles.ca. If it's precision hunting, varmint hunting, PRS, NRL hunter, or ELR, EM can get you set up with the right rifle build.
And we're also brought to you by Bolt Action Coffee, bringing specialty coffee to the precision shooting world. Boasting coffee cupping scores of an 85.5 on a 100 scale, Bolt Action Coffee is unmistakably a premium coffee. Order coffee and merchandise at boltactioncoffee.com.
Let's not forget Odell Engineering. Pick up a Canuck shotgun, Bagheera rifle, and Apex ammunition from your local distributor, and tell them Phil sent you. You can find them on the old Instagram, Facebook, and on their website, odellengineeringltd.com. And just released, we have the Canuck Recon 3. It's got the flip-up sights, mag-fed, pump action, and it's a whole lot of fun in one package.
And last but
And
not least,
Sterling
we have-
Arms.
Oh no,
Oh,
you
go
go.
ahead.
My bad. No, you. I insist.
Trying to steal
All right,
my
there.
thunder here.
Canadian standoff.
Yeah, right. No, I insist. Oh, I'm
Is that where
sorry.
you just say sorry? Yeah.
Step aside, son. Sterling Arms International, home of the R18 Mark III and the R9 Mark I. They may be down. They're not out. Stay tuned for the latest updates. Do we have any updates? No updates. No updates. It's in the toilet.
RCMP, the time
God
is
only
going
knows.
past, and the RCMP is essentially just ghosted JR.
Yeah.
Like
Shocking.
They're on
really.
government.
Like-
They're on government time. They'll
Like
get
any
there
good
eventually.
government will. If they don't want to give you an answer, they just won't give you an answer. So
At any rate, JR and the Sterling family are here with us every week. Thank you both
mhm.
in whatever you could possibly do in the sickly Canadian gun market.
Take a drink, Rooster, and breathe, and then we'll be right
And
back.
with
to the main
that-
topic.
And to set us off on a high note, we are joined by Adam from Boar Products.
How's it going? Thank you.
Thanks for coming, because everyone wants. You can talk about firearms. It's like, what's the newest hotness? What this is new rifle, this new scope, this new this. But one of the things that kind of gets overlooked is maintenance. I would argue considerably in some circles, other than others.
Yeah, I have some stories. Actually, at SHOT Show last year, I had a guy try to tell me that carbon is a lubricant, so he never cleans his gun because what's coming off the ammo is carbon. And my stepbrothers are LE ambassador, he's SWAT, and we just kind of looked at each other, waited for him to walk away, and laughed a little bit.
Yeah, you keep
So,
going with that,
yeah.
brother. You're doing it right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll get away with that with the Glock, but I think most firearms need to be cleaned. But
The worst part about that interaction is that SHOT's an industry only event. So that was someone from the industry saying that.
oh yeah, if I remember right, he was either he was military or law enforcement, if I remember correctly. Which is usually not the people that make those kind of comments to me. They're usually the ones that know their shit to a T. Which was even more jarring. That I just didn't ask questions. I just said okay. I just let him walk away. I didn't. Yeah.
Smile and nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially the
Mhm.
military, because they
Yeah.
clean their weapon after they look at it. Like that's
Yep.
what they're trained to do. That's the one thing they're good at. So
Yeah. That thing is pristine.
mhm. May not get used, but it's
May
clean.
not get used, but yeah. Yep.
Right, Adam. What is Boar Products? Please give us an overview.
So the company started way back in 2015 when my dad made the first gun cleaning formula for it. It was kind of off of a bet. Someone, I don't remember the full story, but someone told him that he couldn't make a all natural gun cleaner, and he said, "Okay," and did it. At the
Pulled
time,
out a beer and
yeah.
watch this. Yeah.
Yep. I think there may have been a few of those involved before the bet was made. But yeah, from there, I mean, kind of just did boutique sales. It was, kind of hard to start a company. It's a little expensive. I found out the hard way to start a company in the gun industry. So it was kind of boutique sales. Then 2019, 2020-ish, I was like a junior in college. I was kind of bored and asked him, like, what happened to this? Everyone loved it. Whatever happened to it? He's like, I didn't have time. It pretty much was the response, which fair enough. So I kind of just started throwing shit at the wall, and eventually got some grant funding from the state of North Dakota through Innovate ND program. We've slowly been scaling the company from there. Modified the formula to give it a increased performance of it. Brought a tool cleaner on board as well. We're actually looking to expand more. We have a gun oil that just put the order in for manufacturing, so that'll be launching Q1 this year. I'm hoping by January. And then we have a bunch of other stuff launching next year as well that I can't quite talk about just yet. But yeah, it's the core of the company is making all natural, high quality products, not just firearms maintenance, but we're trying to get into, we have other industries as well that we want to get into. All geared around the outdoors though.
So when that initial batch was getting made, did it look kind of like the set of Breaking Bad where there's just all sort of science equipment floating around?
Yeah, I actually still do the sampling, like making, like when we're making new formulas, we have our own little lab, and my friends that walked in on me making stuff is like, what the are you making? Because they do joke that looks like Breaking Bad. Yeah, it's
close the door.
Yeah. No, I just do it in the kitchen. It's all natural. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it does look a little goofy having a bunch of random. I mean, most of it's all natural stuff. So just a bunch of bottles of oils and other natural chemicals out in front of me. That's just it could look a lot worse. Yeah, it smells nice after I get done making the stuff though, so no one really complains about that.
Yeah, that's just true. Yeah.
That is the one thing. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just wondering what the driver was for doing an all natural product.
It started out as to see if you could, and then we did, and then we're like, well, this is our niche. No one else is really doing it in the industry. Like you'll see people get creative with words and say, was like naturally derived, contains naturally derived products, which means that they have like 2 ingredients that may be semi-natural. It could be like over-processed, whatever crap, and then the rest is petroleum and whatever other stuff in it. But no one's actually bothered to make like an all-natural product. We kind of, after we decided to like go full, wasn't trying to make a joke, but going full bore with it and going all in. We saw this was our niche. We're going to stick with it, and our goal is to make products made in the United States that are high quality and all natural. And that's kind of, as we expand the line, we want each of those products, no matter what sector they're in our company, to be that.
Yeah, let's be honest.
You can have all natural. It's like, if you can have all natural, why not have it? So it's like, you want a bunch of crap, or do you want something that, if you spill it, you're not having to worry about, like, if the dog licks it up or something, you're going to have to go get their stomach pumped.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tough go, though, trying to use natural products. Like in my experience, like say degreasers and stuff like that. They'll work, but they'll take much longer typically, and a lot more elbow grease. Now, the one exception I will say is citric acid, and I've used that to clean oxygen piping, actually, and just because it leaves very little residue. Pardon me.
Low delimonene, some citrus terpene. That is ingredient number. Oh, that's the last ingredient I have listed on here, actually. Oh, yeah, that's what we have in there as one of our. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Now that's what gives it this nice scent. It's kind of a dual purpose with that. It makes it smell pretty, and it also, we have enough in there that it's not super corrosive, so it won't break down. Will pretty much eat through stuff you don't want to eat through, but it still will get out a lot of those deeper or the denser buildup, because that stuff acts pretty fast. Like, it's pretty fast acting. I mean, obviously you don't clean your gun for 2 years and let it sit. You may have to put a little bit more elbow grease in it, but most of the time, one of the times we were really early on, I went to a gun club, local gun club, and they had me clean their shotgun, and it took me like 2 minutes to clean it because there's spray wiped all the stuff off, and it was the worst demonstration ever because it literally was like a few minutes long, and I'm like, well, here it is. Like, that was it. I'm like, well,
what now?
It's clean now. I don't know what else you want from me here. I wasn't expecting to go this fast either. Yeah.
So you want to, well, and I think also too, like, I think we've all used some chemicals in a confined space gun bench reloading room that might have left us feeling a little bit lightheaded at the end of the session.
I know what you're talking about.
I have a joke.
Just a Saturday night.
That's how Rooster kicks it off.
That's a feature, not a flaw, right? That's part of the fun with it. Yeah. Close the room, put a towel under the door so none of it gets out.
Right.
Yeah. Now, there's a few I don't want to say names because they're a lot bigger companies, but some of the legacy brands that have a very distinct scent. That when we try to like introduce it to someone that like it was their granddad used it, their dad used it, whatever, and they use it. There's been a few of the people that have told me that I use this, and I'm not sure if it's just the way that they talk or the fact that some of them were missing some teeth, but I kind of looked at them like, yeah, I bet you do.
It's also the same cologne they wear when they go out on the town too, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's multi-purpose.
Yeah.
With ours, you'd smell like fruit. So, I mean, and a little bit of ethanol. So, I mean, you smell like you already had your second drink and we're on a beach.
I'm aware
That
of
is
some
the one
clubs around the
thing.
neighborhoods that would be probably dangerous to wear around, though. Not gonna go into further detail.
Hard stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derive from that what you will.
So did you said earlier you're an engineer? Did are you your discipline chemical or are you some kind of other engineer?
Well, sorry, you broke up there a little bit. What was that?
Oh, I was about to say I know you said earlier you're an engineer by craft, but is your discipline chemical engineering or just another form of engineering?
No, I was mechanical. My funny enough, my grandpa was chemical though, and I kind of fun fact, having a little ADHD or a little something else I may have as well, and then having access to Google, it makes it real easy to build a lot of things, especially now that they have the new AI feature on Google for the last couple of years. It's turboed. It's yeah. It takes me like 2 seconds, and I just start looking up ingredients for random stuff that we want to build for like 2 years from now. I just start doing in Google, and I get all my answers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's fair. If it works, it works.
Your VPN payment.
Yeah.
As long as any
The
new
anarchist
products keep the
handbook?
same smell, because this
What?
it's really hard to convey on a podcast how great this stuff actually smells. Like,
Well, put it up to the camera.
I will.
And now everybody breathe in.
Yeah.
Just
Still smells like grape.
envision-
Yeah.
No, that's me.
That
That
may
smells
be
like
my
grape
room.
to me.
So the name Boar Products. I'm always interested in why companies come up with their names that they do. Any story behind that?
So so it was kind of I think the correct phrase is double entendre. Like I said earlier, I'm engineer. I speak in numbers, not English. But it's boar because lard is one of the ingredients in our product, as well as boar like a gun bore. So yeah, that's all it really is. Yeah, it was kind of something my dad thought was funny when he first made the company, and the logo looks cool, and everyone compliments the logo. So we're like, why change it?
Yeah, if it works, it works. Send it. So
It works. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to carbon, what's like guns build up carbon over time? What is the actual chemical part that we need to be worried about to get rid of it? Is there
inside
like
the product or
it like with carbon as an element? If we want it gone, what is the secret to actually making that go away?
Breaking through. Oh well, our product is the secret to making it go away. Actually, that is the correct answer. But it's we pretty much played with some different levels of solvents. The two that we have in our formula are ethanol, like grain alcohol, which is a lighter solvent. And then we have the limonene that's a lot more abrasive, and that seems to, along with the lard, actually, and the oils that are in it, seem to like carry that into the carbon and help break it down. And obviously with some of the more aggressive like stuff, sometimes you need a brush to get it done. It's just you don't clean your gun for a while and you end up having pretty much building a shell around it. You have to use a little something with it. But yeah, it's the citrus terpene actually binds with the lard and the avocado, that's their high temp oil, and then it kind of uses that as a carrier into it as well. So if the ethanol doesn't break it down, that being carried into will actually help penetrate into the carbon or whatever else you have in there.
Yeah, go with that soften approach.
Not sure how scientific you want me to get with it. I can go.
Yeah,
I can go real nerdy if you'd like me to go real nerdy.
That was about the right amount.
Okay.
You have to see
Okay.
anything that'll
I'm trying to find that
that'll,
line because sometimes I'll go down a rabbit hole and then it's just me talking to myself.
Yeah, if you start bringing up organic chemistry diagrams of molecules, I'm gonna have to back away here. So
Nah, you're good. So this is class as CLP then? Would you call it, or
Yeah,
For the
we just
gun
have it
cleaner?
advertised cleaner and lubricant. Yeah, well, we don't like the CLP name has gotten kind of really bad rap. Just because the nice thing about our product being all natural is that part of the reason why you read the label says to shake it is because it's not like fully bonded to each other. So like the ethanol that's in there, it's the base solvent, is slightly separated from like the lubrication. So it's like suspended in there, but it's not completely mixed. So when you shake it, it mixes and becomes more even to what the formula is supposed to be. And then when you spray it, the cool thing is that you want to clean it, you spray it down and you just wipe it off or do whatever you have to do to get it off. And that's cleaning it. If you want to lubricate it, you spray it and the ethanol actually just evaporates. You're not leaving a bunch of cleaner on your product. It only leaves the oils there because the ethanol will evaporate. So that's why we call it cleaner and lubricant, because it's pretty much we have two different sets of ingredients in it. And it's just I don't like the idea of like the traditional CLP where it's like they're bonded together. So you have a cleaning agent that's just sitting on your gun all the time, which I don't think is necessarily the best thing, because then I could go down a rabbit hole with that as well. But yeah, that's why we changed the name. It's a little bit different. And a lot of people also, I try to make it like our labeling of products as simple as possible. And a lot of newer people to the industry, I don't think know what CLP is. Like I even early on, like, I don't know what the hell CLP is, and they have to have like cleaner, lubricate, and protect underneath it. It's like, why don't we just call it cleaner and lubricant? Then I don't have to have two different label or names for it.
Mhm.
It's kind of there's some things I
Makes
think is
sense.
dumb. I may be the dumb one, but yeah.
Well, another thing
that
too
is a
is
legitimate point for new people.
also I think for your product too, obviously you're more sensitive, like your classic rifles with, wood stocks that maybe aren't in the greatest condition, and if you're just slapping any old oil in there, well, you're gonna dilute that into the stock. That's something that doesn't really naturally hydrate the stock. Whereas like a little bit of lard, if it gets in like the wood fiber, like that's oils is what a lot of stocks were traditionally treated with, like linseed oil on the Enfields was a big thing for the longest time. So it's going to better match if you get some overspray or some spill on that wood as well too, is something that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, and you don't. That's the thing with CLP is that with a lot of them being like bonded to each other, you end up with a cleaning agent stuck in those stocks, and you just don't. I don't think you want that. I mean,
No.
that seems a little bit too abrasive for them, especially if you have some antique guns that tend to be a little bit more gentle with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when it comes to copper, what's the ability to remove copper per se?
Fairly well. We actually have a little slider thing on our website underneath the product thing where you can see a bore snake that we had in there. That was from my stepbrother that he did that on one of his firearms because he was curious about it as well. And it's pretty much, you typically need a little bit more elbow grease, but that's just common with copper, and maybe spray it more.
Yeah.
I would soak it a bit more and then just make sure you're using the right tool for the job, because honestly, a lot of times it doesn't matter how good your cleaner is. You need to make sure you're using the right tool, especially if it's in like the barrel of your gun into those threads. Just spraying a cleaner in there and trying to run some cloth or whatnot through it, that's not going to get copper off. It doesn't matter what you have, unless you're dipping it in diesel fluid or something, then that's the only way that's going to actually work. But that sounds like expensive, but yeah, it works very well for it. We never really had any complaints with it at all. Just spray it and use the right tools for the job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lift it
but
off
I
that
want
way.
it to be easy and somebody had to do it for me as quickly as possible and do my dishes. That's usually what people ask for now.
I have gone some interesting. Luckily, actually, our customers have been fairly good. Like, so a lot of people are like, oh, people, especially like e-commerce, is like, I hate consumers because they always get like dumb questions. Our customers have been fairly good. Like, never really asked me a dumb question. The only thing I ever think I've been given that was kind of like dumb was someone was complaining about shipping, and our shipping rates are auto calculated from USPS, and they're mad at me about shipping rates. I'm like, I don't control that. I'm sorry. I wish they were cheaper too. I don't like you guys have to pay
Write a
$10
letter.
to ship $14 bottle, but it's not. I can't. Yeah, I can't sell it for any cheaper. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember, you chose to deal with people for a living.
Well, I think as an engineer,
Yeah.
he tried to avoid that, but obviously
That's
he did do a
true.
good job starting his own business
It's true.
in that regard.
Yeah, engineering. I just sit in my hole until someone bothers me, and then it's like, I need this done. Okay, and I don't talk to anyone for a few days. Yeah, that's pretty good. I enjoy people most of the time.
Yeah, for the first 3 minutes.
So have you had any? Are you just mostly a consumer based, or have you had other contracts with Mill, LE, or other big consumers, or you're just mostly direct to customer?
So we have our website's direct consumer. We right now we work with Green Peak Wholesale, and they're a distributor through Canada. I think they have 30 something stores our products in. Don't quote me on that. And our dealer portal, like our personal dealer portal, we have another 30 something stores. We also are in Midway USA, Brownells, and then their counterpart Crow Wholesale as well. So yeah, we're in quite a few places, like bigger places right now. We do kind of dual right now. We're actually one of our big projects coming up here. We're revamping our full website to update to make it more e-commerce friendly, which has been an experience. So yeah, we like to focus on both of them. I mean, if the product is selling well on e-commerce, one of the things we like to do for dealers is we like to make sure that our price is the highest price. And we always give them like our dealer pricing, the like map pricing in the I think mainly US thing is always like 15% lower than what our MSRP is, and because that's like our standard discount is 15%. So no matter what, even at discount, that our dealers are able to sell, because we want to make sure. Personally, I think it's easier to sell to dealers than it is to sell to consumers, because one consumer buys a bottle here or there, the dealer goes and buys like 4 cases from me. I make less money on it, but it's a lot easier for me to sell 100 units versus 3 bottles.
Yes, yeah, and then ship out to 50 people instead of one location. So
yeah, and dealing with and then I have 50 people that can talk back to me rather than one.
That's fair.
Yeah,
they may have valuable feedback, but probably not.
No, like I said, our customers are like, I've been blessed with like very good, like our customers are repeat customers and are very understanding of things. So every once in a while, like we had hiring a new guys into like the warehouse that we work with, and there was a few shipments that got messed up, and we just fixed it, gave them a discount. They're like, cool. Still gave us 5-star reviews, which I'm like, I'm glad you guys did that. I was expecting a 1-star review, because a lot of people are like, oh, you messed up my order, blah blah blah. And no, they're cool about it. I'm like, thank God I got customers like this, because I've heard horror stories from friends that are in a lot more e-commerce spaces where it's like they're having to like get on their knees and like beg that this one order got messed up. They don't get like a 1-star review from so and so, and then they end up having to give away a bunch of free stuff.
Come after you with a pitchfork and a torch. Outside your door.
Some people get so mad so easily. Some people take things so personally. It's like, I don't know who you are. Why are you mad?
Somebody pissing your Cheerios this morning.
I wonder that sometimes when talking to people. Like, some people just get really mad at the dumbest thing. I'm like, are you always like this, or are you just having a bad day? Do you need a hug? I can give you a hug.
There are people out there that I am convinced if they had nothing to bitch about, they'd have absolutely nothing to say otherwise. So, yeah.
What if some people are just lucky
that
like
must
that?
Be.
That's their default operating
anger
mode is.
And this coming from me, hey.
You're just so lovable, Kurt.
Most patient,
yes,
understanding, non-critical guys out there.
I'm the white male version of Mother Teresa.
So since we are in Canada and North Dakota,
Mhm.
from my understanding, gets cold. Same with Minnesota.
Yeah.
How
just
does
a
this
little bit.
stuff work in the cold? Because I'm sure people want to know about that.
Very well, according to my chemist, from negative 55 degrees, that's Fahrenheit. I don't know Celsius. To
That's still fucking cold.
500. Yeah, it's cold. It works in cold enough that if you're shooting in that cold, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. Get inside. To hot enough that you won't have an issue. That
Mhm.
520 Fahrenheit, I think, is the final smoke point for it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty high. So have
Yeah,
you ever
yeah. We
cooked
try to
with
make
it
sure it's
then?
hot enough that no matter how hot your gun gets, it'll still be on there afterwards.
If your gun's getting that hot, you don't have to worry about the cleaner lubricant.
No,
Yeah.
that's my goal is to make sure our product isn't the problem. It's your firing habits. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or if you're in the States, your suppressor's not supposed to look like a tomato.
yeah. There's this thing that I have friends at a few of the suppressor companies, and they're very good at putting full auto rated. That I think some people forget. Full auto rated means you can shoot full auto. But you have to let it rest every once in a while and not just keep dropping
Right. Yeah.
more megs into it because it will. It starts turning orange. It's now part of your gun. Now have fun with that.
That's why you put the sock over top of it so you don't have to see the orange and you just keep going.
That's
I mean, that would probably burn off at that point, honestly.
life advice from Rooster.
You cross that
Yeah.
bridge when you get to it.
Yeah. I actually got buddies that make they're out of Florida, Carbon Research, and make carbon fiber suppressors that they go, I think they do range day at SHOT Show that they'll let you shoot. Oh, I think they grab the suppressor, but they'll shoot the suppressor and then they'll actually grab it afterwards. So since it's carbon fiber, it doesn't heat up like the rest of the metal ones do. And I don't trust myself to do it, but it's cool that they can do it.
You'll get some heat there somewhere.
Mm.
Just not as quickly, probably.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So with the blue bottles, because this is a very attractive blue bottle we got here.
Mhm.
Is there a special reason for that, or is it just looked cool at the time and you went with it?
That is one of our many happy accidents that we didn't want clear bottles because fun fact, all natural ingredients don't look the prettiest. There are a lot of ugly yellows and whitish and that
Mhm.
kind of stuff in there. So the original bottles my dad actually had were blue glass ones that once I came in, we were like, I don't trust the glass ones look really nice because they look really fancy, but
Yeah.
the plastic ones look just fine. And I don't trust people not to drop them or them to stay in the gun safe or someone to not, a gun
Yeah.
hits it, it's going to shatter and then it's an issue. And so we went to the plastic. But yeah, the blue kind of was a happy accident, one of those happy accidents when needed something that was colored. I think the blue ones are like the most available he found or the cheapest ones he found at the time and
Mhm.
stuck with it. And now it's our color scheme.
Yeah. No, looks good. Works good.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
don't
We have
think
the
just
prettiest
give
bottle of gun cleaner on the shelf.
You almost need to do a special edition where it's like the Chanel number 5 bottle or something. some obscure glass bottle.
Or get like one of the small whiskey like bottles,
The
the
little
glass ones you
decanters.
need to do. I'm sure you could
You
talk
want
to
a
like
decanter
a canner.
full?
Yeah, decanter.
You want a
gun
decanter
cleaner.
full?
Yeah.
A decanter of gun oil.
I know some people that make decanters. I'll get you a decanter. I don't know. I don't want to know what you're going to do with the decanter full of. I mean, it's half redacted. You may be able to get away with drinking. You should be able to. Should but not recommended to drink it. I think there's a warning
Okay.
label on there that's not meant to be drank. But the ingredients it'll be like drinking moonshine. That has a taste of avocado oil with some beeswax in there. So I'm not sure if you're into that, but it's
I'm pretty
I've
sure
had
some-
worse
what
than a
is
few
it?
bush parties.
I'm pretty sure some
Yeah.
hipster bar is serving something similar somewhere.
With an umbrella.
You're probably right,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. And they're probably charging more
An
than I
umbrella
am
and an
for
orange peel.
yeah. They're probably charging what I charge for 2 ounces for a shot, which is to each their own.
So
I
then,
don't
if
well,
so
I
then
say
if
don't judge.
if a little bit spills on the bench and the cat comes over and starts licking it, you're probably not gonna have to go and spend a shit ton of money at the vet.
No, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
Obviously,
in there
don't let
that's
the cat
harmful.
continue. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this is all hypotheticals that should not be a problem, but are recommend. Where's my lawyer? Recommend not doing any of these things.
just go pull them out of the closet in the
Yeah,
back. Get out of here.
yeah, read the read the warning label. Listen to the warning label. There's things that you can do but shouldn't do. There's a reason why there's warning labels. We have it
Yes.
to the yes, yeah.
Yeah.
The warning label is approved by our chemist. He made sure that we are covered and then reviewed by my lawyer.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
I need to get I like the idea of having a lawyer in a closet. I just need to a pop-up one.
Yeah. Pop up lawyer.
It's just a
Maybe-
pop up.
If you can't read our warning labels.
Briefcase that says no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly need just like a disclaimer around my bubble every time I talk.
So you say you have a chemist. Obviously, it sounds like you're just doing this, again, backyard chemistry set. At what point did you realize, hey, we should maybe have a guy on the payroll to cover our bases, or do a little development, or is it
engage a guy with a stamp?
Yes.
Well, we actually do all the R&D ourselves still, like all internal testing. I have like 8 prototypes for stuff that right next to me right now.
Oh, nice.
There is our chemist, so we contract out our manufacturing. So because we're small enough, there's no point us opening our own manufacturing facility, and we want it to be done right. Because quality was a big thing for us. So we met someone that they already were manufacturing their own products, not in the firearm space. And they had the availability to manufacture our products as well as like extra profit for them. So the guy that runs that is a chemist that when I have very technical questions, like I will make the products in-house to the specs and like the function of where it needs to be. And when I have technical questions about viscosity and this and that, I ask him the question. And then he goes and does the actual testing for me. But yeah, we still make all the products and develop everything in-house. And he just kind of is, not just kind of, he manufactures a product for us. Like we'll actually take care of that. And is, if we have any technical questions, he has equipment to do that. So we don't have to do it.
Yeah. He's the guy's, brain to pick when you have, a question that you don't quite have the answer to. And the wise one you can ask questions to.
Yeah, he gets forwarded. We have patents on all of our products right now. We're working on our 3rd patent coming up here. So he's gotten, every time my lawyer has technical questions, I just forward it on to him and be like, I know the percentages of everything in here because I'm the one that made it. He's wondering viscosity and this, and this. Can you test this quick? And just forward the email and let him take care of that.
Yeah.
And fortunately enough, he does it without charging me. So I'm very happy about that.
It sounds like a good guy to have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been a very great partnership. I'm glad that as we're growing, we can actually make more orders and get him some actual money. Because we actually have our gun oil launching here in Q1, January, hopefully. I want it done by January, but the holidays always kind of mess manufacturing up.
Yeah, for sure. So that's gonna be a dedicated oil
stuff.
Everybody.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it'll be similar concept to our gun cleaner lubricant. It's going to take out, it's going to have a higher oil content and a lower solvent content. So it'll still have some solvent in it. So it'll act like a penetrating oil. So it'll still be able to break through things as needed. But it's a lot more, I guess it's a lot more oily. There's a lot, so you're not going to have to use as much to lubricate things. And it's going to be in a little like Yorker top, like twist dropper as well to make it easier to apply as an oil. Whereas our cleaner, we use a fine mist spray it's easier to get a higher surface area. So it's a little bit more accurate too. But yeah, it's a little bit thicker. It still goes below freezing for application, and it works below. I mean, we have never had issues with it. If you go to extreme temperatures, maybe, but if you're shooting in whatever extreme temperature doesn't work at. Same question I had before. Go inside. Why are you outside?
Have you been to Canada?
I'm in Fargo. I'm not too. I'm more
Mhm.
north than part of
Yeah.
Canada is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
we don't have trees here. We got farmland, so I guarantee my wind probably sucks more than yours.
Mhm.
It goes down to it'll be like, oh, it's 0 degrees outside. That's cool. It's a negative 34-degree wind chill. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
the 0 I was
Is that the
surprisingly
neighbor's
fine
cat?
with it this time of year. That negative 34, not
Yeah.
fun.
Oh no, we're all prairie. We know exactly what the wind chill's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah, it's not fun.
a quick side story about spending some time out in the cold. So with my work, I travel into northern Canada into a number of remote communities that make that are essentially in line with Alaska. So if you move over, there's the Canadian territories, essentially the Alaska of Canada. And I was essentially in line with the equivalent of Barrow, Alaska, at a place called Cambridge Bay, Nunavut in Canada. And this was in December. And at that point, the sun was down for a number of weeks. You get what's called polar night, and a cold front had really moved in. And at that time, with the wind chill, it was about minus 50 with the wind chill. It was about minus 35 Celsius without it. And you think at that point people would be huddled up in their houses, even for the extreme northerners. There was a guy para skiing that day because the wind had picked up. So just as you guys see those people parasailing on the ocean, like on wakeboards and skis, he had one of those out in what is essentially minus 50 wind chill. But then I talked to one of the locals, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's Jimmy there. He used to do expeditions to the North Pole. He was a guide."
Oh, so it was summer for him.
To the North Pole.
It was like summertime for him then.
Exactly. He didn't quite mind. So I didn't know that was a thing until I went up there. But there's some extreme adventurous skiers that will set out and ski to the iced over North Pole. So yeah.
Well, I didn't know that was a thing until just now. I will not be participating in that sport.
Good. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, no, it's my two least favorite things: unstably being at high levels and skiing. I do not like skiing.
Mhm.
So snowboarding is fine.
Yeah.
Skiing, last time I skied, the ski flew off my foot. So yeah, that was fun. First and last.
That's the eternal debate between skiers and snowboarders. You guys clog the mountain. You guys take forever to have your bindings put on. That's been going on forever. I don't think they'll ever settle that. There's two camps on that
one. So, Adam, just going back to your testing. You said you did do some in-house testing and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of thinking about other products making their claims that or recommendations, apply it, leave it in your barrel for X amount of time or whatever. That whole big debate with CLR, taking out carbon and stuff like that went back and forth for an abnormally long time, I think. And there have been some guys or some companies, including International Barrels in Canada, who actually did some prolonged testing with CLR. They just took actual barrel steel, just slugs of barrel steel, and submerged it in CLR for, I can't remember how long Stacy did it, but up to 4 days, I think, if I remember correctly, or maybe 2. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just wondering if you've done anything like that with yours. Yeah.
No, we haven't done anything like that. Just submerging it in a tank of product. Never really saw the need to do that, but we do we spray and store our guns. My stuff's all sprayed down and it comes out ready to shoot. Whether it's stored sideways, upright, anything, the nice thing about our CLP is that the little bit of beeswax and whatnot, and it kind of acts. It helps bind the rest of the stuff to the metal, or not bind, but it helps like stick to the metal, where it pretty much acts like seasoning cast
a
iron,
barrier,
where it has a nice coat of it all the way up there. So when you have it upright, it may slow rate downward, but it's not anything that's noticeable. It's not like you have some of them that it just goes all to the bottom and it just pools up, and you end up with a freaking nugget of carbon and dried up CLP at the bottom for it. But yeah, we've tested it that way. I haven't bothered to test in a drum. I will maybe decide to make a ton of products and do that if the need comes.
Yeah. No, I was just curious as to what you actually did, what lengths you went to. I know work in a past life sort of thing. I know damn well there is a military spec for testing of coatings and stuff like that, and it's an actual salt spray. What the hell was it now? It's a salt spray test, along with some sort of impact testing. We're talking apples and bananas here anyway, but just kind of takes me back to that with anodizing and other different types of coatings and conversion coatings, and to really give that claim of protection a real run for its money. See how long it'll last in severe conditions and stuff like that. I just wondered if you'd gotten to that point ever, or even considered it. I know that's kind of way out there.
I'm not gonna lie, you're breaking up a little bit on mine. I'm not sure if it's my internet's been a little bit of a pain in the ass since I got back
is that
from vacation, right? But I kind of got like every third word there.
Yeah, essentially.
Sorry.
Are they
just sum it up
coating, past like military spec and all that?
Yeah, essentially to sum it up, like testing on various coatings, like Cerakote, blue, different different rifles, styles, builds.
Or even bare
aluminum
metals.
plastic.
Yeah. Well,
might be having some technical difficulties.
It happens.
Yep.
We are no stranger to technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's
usually it's
straightened out. It is usually me for whatever stupid goddamn reason.
All right.
Well, if you wouldn't hang out in the middle of nowhere,
I just coming in out.
Well, this isn't work.
The audio's coming in and out. I'm just going to put this in the chat here quick.
What the hell?
Might have to exit, re-enter. Maybe that might be a thing to try.
All right, I'll try to leave and hop back in then.
Yep.
Okay.
Give that a go.
I want to know if he's considering like case lube or anything like that. I don't know. Like the beeswax thing, I think would be a pretty decent component for something like that if he's ever considering anything like that down the road.
Yep.
And like I use primarily lanolin and alcohol. I do my own mix, and it's among the best case lubes I've ever used. We've got 2 atoms.
That's what I'll get rid of the other atom. We'll try that there.
Okay. Audio's coming in a little bit better now. I don't know what's going on. I was on vacation for a week and I came back and my internet decided that it doesn't want to work right. So I got to go yell at some internet providers at some point here.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
As long as you're home between 8 and 5 between now and next year.
Oh, I'm showing up. I show up right away in the morning and bother them. I make it so it's a them problem because they don't. Yeah, it's the most beautiful thing having a company that you have robots answer your phone and you expect people not to come into the office and be more pissed off because they couldn't deal with it over a phone call. So, yeah. The funniest thing is I run I have Google Wi-Fi in my place, and I look on the app. It's like blazing fast internet, and then it's issues like this come up like the last 2 days. I'm like, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Because right now I'm having So yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're throttling my stuff. I pay them enough that they shouldn't be, but
Yeah.
they just want me to come say hi, I guess.
It's 3i
Yeah,
Atlas.
you.
That's where the interference is coming from.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
actually, Rooster was talking before the break about your upcoming lubricant. Would it work as a case lube for reloading?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We actually it should potentially for may need more testing on that. We've used it for like standard lubrication of like ammo on our products, like the outside of it when you're just like oil your ammo. So it does it on that stuff. It works well. I would be interested to have it. You want to test it for that actually for reloading?
Yeah,
Sure.
If someone wants to test it for me, I'll be more than happy. I can get you a liability waiver and everything, so that if it doesn't work, yeah.
Good thing Kurt reloads small cartridges.
Yeah, yes. Don't I though?
Yeah.
Pretty much the gamut
Yeah.
of what's legal here anyway.
Hey, you guys get 9 mil, I think. Still, that's still allowed, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty
You
much
get 223, but it has to be in a bolt rifle.
Mostly.
Everything has to be a bolt rifle for you.
I mean, technically,
Pretty
the only cartridges that are legal are like flechettes. Everything else is legal unless you get into like 155 millimeter shells, and that becomes a controlled good. But like 50 BMG rifles are now banned, but having 50 BMG ammo is not illegal.
Right.
And then tracers are also tracers. You can have them, you just can't import them into the country. So if you somehow end up with them, it's no big deal, but good luck finding them. It's kind of weird.
What?
Yeah. You have those expressions lots too, Adam.
Don't try to understand it. Don't
apply logic to it.
Don't apply logic to it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to process because I thought like our lawmakers were kind of dumb when it came. Like I thought they don't understand how firearms work, but you guys decided that you wanted to one up us, and I don't know if I should be proud or disappointed or just.
Don't.
Yeah, you guys win. You have the dumber lawmakers. I'll give you that. You win.
Oh,
you win.
I think we blow you guys out of the water.
Yeah.
Everyone makes fun of us acting like we have we're the only ones with a bunch of idiots, and I'm glad that other people have a bunch of idiots as well.
We could go into a while about how idiotic we are, but something more interesting is what are your shooting habits? Do you have a discipline you compete in, or you're just kind of a weekend plinker, hunter, a little bit of everything?
I shoot when I have time to shoot. Is how it goes.
Yeah,
I'm fairly busy. When I'm out, like over the summertime, I'm out at the lake. I'll go shoot my handguns or whatnot because I can do that just right on our property fairly easily.
Nice.
The rifles, we still have neighbors, so it gets a little too loud for them sometimes.
Yeah.
But I actually had a Staccato P I bought, and I think it sat in my case for about 6 months before I had a chance to shoot it. But yeah, no, I shoot when I can, mainly screwing around. I'm probably going to go in a couple weeks when I'm free. I haven't had a lot of free weekends. And then when I do have a free weekend, I always forget to go shoot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something that I enjoy doing, but don't have the time to go do as much as I'd like to.
Yeah. You're not the only one echoing that story.
Familiar a story,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the summer for us, it's like if you're not at a match, you're just at a match. That's just how it works.
Yeah. You guys compete then in shooting or what?
I do a little bit of PRS. Mainly
Mike,
rimfire
PRS. Yeah, Mike and I do shoot PRS. Rooster shoots ELR. So he shoots out the big bores, the long distance, and then I don't know. Chris just kind of does whatever. He's not in tonight, but yeah. So
he punches and kicks people.
Yeah, he's punchy kicky. Yeah, he's a martial arts instructor.
He's punchy kicky.
Yeah. I also do some amateur antique gunsmithing at some old projects that I like to work on. So I also do that on the side here too. I got a lathe in my garage, so built my own 308 last year, and still working on it here and there, and a few other projects on the go. So, yeah.
So that's allowed for you guys to do in Canada, though. You can build your own.
Yep. I can't manufacture the action, like the serialized part.
Okay.
Like I couldn't make an action
Okay.
from scratch, but if I buy an action with my license, buy a barrel, put it together, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
but if I were to
Well,
actually
you guys still have some fun.
if I actually have like a milling machine and start an action from scratch, yeah, I need a business firearms license with a manufacturing provision on that to do that. So, but if it's not like it's not like it's not like the States where you can just make a gun for yourself and not have to, deal with anything. If you made something from scratch here, they'd slap your hands. So
we still have serialization on was it the uppers, I think, and the actual whoever's considered the actual action, we still have to typically get a serial number on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I have a feeling it's a lot easier for us to do it here than it is for you guys to do it. The only thing that's ever been a pain for me to buy was my suppressor I got dealing with SOT, and that kind of stuff was a little bit annoying. But yeah, one of the joys in North Dakota is how I buy guns is I walk into a store and I say, I want that one, give them money, fill out background check. They make sure I'm not a felon. I'm surprisingly not a felon. So they just give me a gun and I walk out the door. Usually get escorted out the door because they don't want you to do anything. The limited security is the shields we have that's 10 minutes away from me literally has an escalator, and the guy meets you at the bottom of the escalator, walks you out the door with your gun, and that's the security we have for it.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's ever gone shot somehow. It's kind of
strange.
Neat.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Yeah. Fully functioning firearm and a bunch of ammo laying around. Yeah.
That's actually the surprising thing about Canada is there's no waiting period. The only thing you used to have to wait for was for our restricted, so like our handguns and ARs when we were allowed to have them, just the transfer of registration. That was just normally a delay, just in paperwork.
Yeah.
Transferring the ownership to you, but it wasn't an actual like built-in delay. It's just a paperwork delay. So, but yeah. So that's another nice thing. So not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Back when they allowed
and we
to,
can mail we can mail firearms. That's the one thing we can do.
Are you serious?
You can walk down, take to the post office, in the mail, it's gone. That's almost
may not get to the destination.
I was about to say they're not the best company, but you can still put it in the mail. I've done it lots of times. It's nice. Buy it online. Yeah, it gets mailed to you. Only problem is, I think the mail people are stupid, but sometimes they'll just lean it up against your front door, like drop it off without a signature, without nothing, without thinking. Yep. It's like, well, that's a fucking $1,000 rifle right there that somebody can easily just pick up off my front door. So make sure you put signature required. Even then, sometimes they don't listen. So try to be home that day when your gun's arriving. So
you don't find a lot of scholars applying to the post office. Yeah.
Well, really, what comes in a box that's about 3.5 feet long and about 6 inches wide?
A track bar.
Yeah. Curtains.
Yeah.
Or a shotgun. Yeah.
Shit.
So have you had any issues bringing this into Canada at all? Like, was there a bunch of paperwork you had to fill out?
No. The one time I had issues when I tried sending samples to our mutual friend Grant. That's my sales rep up in Canada, and I had whatever unlabeled bottles I wanted him to test out the gun oil back when we were still testing it, and it got stopped by customs, and he fortunately, was close enough that he went to talk to him, and Grant being Grant was able to just bullshit with the customs guy, and they released it. And the guy was joking about how he wasn't sure it was an unlabeled little dropper bottle or whatever. And he was like, he was scared that it was liquid fentanyl that I was sending over. So that was the only time I ever had an issue. I learned that I have a label maker now that I label everything that I send over there, or I just wait until SHOT Show or when I see them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was the only time I ever had an issue. Otherwise, I don't know how hard it was. Luckily, Grant just took care of everything. So he helped get all the paperwork done. I just signed where I need to sign and fill whatever I need to fill out. And we're in Canada now, coast to coast, I think, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Grant is...
What a stupid border security guy, because everybody knows that fentanyl flows north to south here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
You know, I kind of wanted to make the joke, but I'm glad you did.
Hey,
Oh,
we
in
gotta
the US, we have
export
fentanyl
something
coming
to
from
you
two
guys.
directions.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have fentanyl coming from two
you buy
directions
enough,
in
you
the
get a
US,
free snowboard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How much?
I don't know. You heard about that though? Our some former Canadian
Olympic snowboarder
yeah,
is like
Canadian
a kingpin
drug
down
kingpin.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know if you
fucking
may not
knocking
have heard
people
that on
off
the
here.
news, but
Oh,
the
God.
That is
FBI put a $15 million bounty on his head. It used to be like $5 million, and they recently upped it to $15 million.
You know,
So
And then
we
the
have
head of our RCMP attending the press conference is like, no, we got this handled. We don't need the US's help. You fucking plug. Jesus Christ. Unreal. Yeah, that pretty much sums up the state of Canada right now. Morons.
So that's why
I will say I am glad that the tariff thing is over, because it kind of hindered me bringing more product to you guys for a little bit there. That we had to scurry because we were closing our deal with Green Peak to get the stuff up there, because doesn't make sense for us to ship directly to dealers or to even do e-commerce up there just because of shipping rates.
Yeah.
And it went from the order, let's put it this way, was going to be much larger because it would take us manufacturing to make sure we get all the nice French on the labeling. And then it went down to when the tariffs came in. It's like they're active this day. Saw was in the warehouse. I'm like, just ship them the shit. Just get it over the borders. Get it. So that was a fun experience dealing with that.
Yeah.
A bunch of pretentious asses we are, hey? Yeah, you gotta have French on your fucking label to ship it into Canada.
My first
blood pressure rising.
My first experience doing business in Canada was actually with the fine folk in Quebec, and whoever I met there did not give you guys a good reputation. Yeah.
That is understandable with a lot of them guy out there. I tell you what.
I think the deal changed like 4 times, and then eventually I got told that I was the asshole because I tried giving them the quote on what they originally wanted. So yeah,
that sounds about right.
It was yeah.
Quebec is like our California. They think highly of themselves, and everybody else doesn't. So yeah, don't be offended, but you can be offended. So
there's a love-hate relationship.
I'm trying not to say too much because if they want to buy our stuff, they can buy the stuff. I'm just not going to do business with whoever's trying to do business with me up there, because that was it was a experience. The owner of the company, actually, I think he spoke English and he pretended that he only spoke French, and he had whoever his assistant was translating everything for him. Yeah. So then she was doing all the talking and acting like he didn't know what I was saying, and we'll just like whisper stuff in her ear. I'm like, okay, what the hell? I'm pretty sure this was a guy that I met, or that someone on my team met at SHOT Show and spoke English to him. What the hell? And then 2 weeks later, all the rest of the stuff went down. I'm like, oh, the guy was just trying to con me the entire time. What? All right, cool. Yeah. Thank you for doing that. Yeah.
Cool story. Thanks, guy.
No, it was freaking dick.
Yeah, I'm not even helping that situation because I speak like 3rd grade French because they forced us to take it. I don't know very much.
Yeah, don't you? Yeah, that was the. Is it all because Quebec is wanting to have French on my labels, or is that just
Yep,
more than that?
100%.
Or
It's just them.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
There is like
yeah, 'cause
one
that
other
was
small
a.
province in the Maritimes that like speaks half English, half French, but it's pretty much just that one province, and then that's it. There's the one state essentially that's held the whole country hostage with the French language. So yeah, it is literally a hostage situation.
That's
Hey,
putting it lightly.
can't win a war. Good at holding hostages, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't knock them too bad. That's where Cadex is from, and they make some nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they do have going for them. Cadex is pretty nice. So
I do like
All my jokes are directed towards the one company that
Mhm.
it still pisses me off a little bit thinking about. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, I actually have to get going here in the next few minutes. Just a heads
Yep.
up, boys.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wrap her up
Yeah.
here
Well,
anyways.
we can wrap her up here.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
But before we go, I understand you got a special offer for our listeners here.
Oh yeah. Activated as of an hour ago. Code BS for 20% off your first order. Yeah. Use it as you will. You get
Yep.
yeah, just off your first order.
Cool. Yeah. Well,
Behind the ears.
We'll post that up here, and yeah, we'll be on our way. So I just want to close out.
Awesome.
We'll give a quick shout out to our knives. So working the YouTube grind pays less than a solar farm in a snowstorm. If you want to support the channel directly, head on over to storiedknives.com or cdnprecision.com if you're out east and pick up one of our gardener knives. We think this is one of the best survival type / everyday fixed blade knives available for a very reasonable cost. We're pretty proud of this guy. So please go have a look at a great knife. We'll be confident it'll be on your side for a lifetime. We're going to close out here. But if you want to check us out further, you can check us out on our Facebook page, leave us a review, or if you have any questions, info@bspodcast.ca. And in closing, a massive thank you to all of our sponsors. Without you, we wouldn't have a show in the first place. We're talking about Shane and Steve with EM Precision Rifles, Miles, Carey, and Cappy with call sign 66, Duncan and Rob at Bolt Action Coffee, Phil Odell at Odell Engineering, Doug and Isa at March Scopes Canada, Vanya and Carly with Apex Optics, and Oscar with Ripstone Gunsmithing, and last but not least, J.R. Cox with Sterling Arms International. Thank you all in a measurable amount, and thank you to Adam for coming on here and talking about Boar Products with us today. So,
One last thing before we do wrap completely, Adam, you want to remind everybody where folks can find you, whether it's your website, social media, anything like that?
Yeah, so our website is boarproducts.com. That's BOARPRODUCTS.com. Our Instagram is at officialboarproducts.com or at .com, at official Boar Products. And then our Facebook is at official Boar Products as well. We also have a LinkedIn that I think is just Boar Products. But yeah, that's where you can find us.
Awesome.
If you go to the website, if I got the handles wrong, you go to the website. We have all the links just right there. Just click on them and you should be good to go.
Bet. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Uke here, as always, our number one fan. Thanks for coming on the program, Adam. You've been crescent fresh, homie. I'm not sure how to interpret that exactly, but that is verbatim what it says in the message.
Yeah.
Crescent
I will
fresh.
take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I might actually use that in conversation.
Crescent fresh.
If I remember it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Adam. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you next week.
Yeah.
But some of these bullets, as you saw, have an incendiary device on the tip of it, which is a heat-seeking device.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Welcome to your weekly dose of BS, the Ballistically Speaking podcast.